Hello, everyone. United States versus Haiti. And even though that's the game we're watching today, the biggest news of the day is Pete is back. Welcome back, Pete.
Glad to be here. I'm giving up some of my Sequoia National Forest vacation to watch Agiman play against Haiti. That's how you know you're a real sicko. If you're watching Agiman play Haiti,
I don't know why you're doing that. Honestly, it's what we talked about today. I probably would have rather just put this game on while I'm on the couch, drinking some port wine, and probably fall asleep during halftime, something like that. That's probably what I would rather do. But we're here. We're going to cover the game. We're going to see. There's actually a lot to talk about before we start, because I think one thing that is important, and this is when, especially addressing Agiman specifically, if Pochettino keeps just persisting on giving him minutes against these CONCACAF minnows, eventually he's going to score. And what's going to happen is the narrative is going to be, that's why you bring him. That's why we need him. I'm just going to say it right now. Yes. We've seen enough minutes with Agiman that, as harsh as this may be, it doesn't really fucking matter what he does today. It just doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. And we've seen enough of him in a decent enough data. I think he's gotten 500 minutes this year so far. And he's been shit pretty much every time he's played. Of the 4 goals that people like, he's got 4 goals. Yeah, one of them was an accident, right? That Diego Luna's goal, it hit him and went in. It's Zarda's goal. 2 of them were terrible shots straight at the keeper, and they just ricocheted off the keeper. He had 1 good goal in January camp against Costa Rica's C team in a friendly that no one cared about. But his overall performances continue to be awful, even against Trinidad and Tobago, right? Like, it's not like, remember Jesus Ferreira? I was telling this people in my post game. Jesus Ferreira, 7 goals in the last Gold Cup before the World Cup, and everybody thought he was the savior. And we were saying, no, he's not. And then he goes to the World Cup and puts up maybe one of the worst performances we've ever seen from a U.S. men's national team player. So even if he was prolific in Gold Cup, it wouldn't mean anything, but he can't even do that.
Well, Jesus is a better player than Agiman.
100%. Jesus should be in this roster over Agiman. And I never thought I'd say there'd be a day where I'd be begging for Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, even Jassy Zard is in his prime is a better option than Agiman too. So
yeah, no, I agree.
I don't know. I think the only player that I've seen that is probably equally as bad is Duncan Maguire. That one it's pretty close.
Remember when we couldn't bring Damian Downs to the Olympics because we had to accommodate Orlando City substitute Duncan Maguire?
Yeah, I still don't understand that, but it is what it is. And Agiman is starting again. Damian Downs is not available today. It's not clear why. Haji Wright is no longer in the Gold Cup due to some Achilles injury. I hope it's not serious, because Achilles could be very serious. And then that leaves us with Brian White on the bench, but Pochettino made the brilliant choice of not bringing Sargent, because apparently Sargent didn't reject the call-up. He just wasn't called up.
Well, you can't bring Sargent, when you have Agiman. No, but this is why roster construction matters, right? You lose Haji Wright. It's like you start looking around. You're like, well, what are the replacement options? None. And now Downs is injured.
And JH, thank you for the super chat, but we're not talking about that tonight. And keeping tabs saying, can we get political, please?
Please,
no. This is a soccer stream. I mean, there's also things that are not about being political or not. There are things that are right. There are things that are wrong. And, I mean, you all kind of know what's right and what's wrong at this point, I would hope. But, no, that's not what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the game. We'll talk a little about the Club World Cup, which have you been following MLS in the Club World Cup, Pete?
Yes. It has not gone well.
No, it hasn't. I'll talk about it specifically. LAFC lost to Chelsea as expected. That's not the issue. But they also lost to a team from Tunisia. Not a bad team, but if MLS is a top 8 league, top 10 league, like the fanboys love to say, you should be beating the team from Tunisia, right?
Yes.
Easily. And then and at home, right, in the U.S.
At home. And LAFC is one of the better teams, right? They have like multiple trophies, multiple MLS Cup finals, right?
Yeah.
They're one of the better teams.
And then along with that, we have the Sounders that were placed in a tough group. It's true, but they did play at home. They lost to Botafogo in a game that they actually surprised me. They played well, but they lost. At the end of the day, a loss. Against Atletico Madrid, they didn't stand a chance during that game.
No.
They never had a shot. It was quite clear. And then you have Inter Miami that they got kind of lucky to get the draw with Al Ali in the first game because Al Ali should have been up 3-0 in the first half. And then Inter Miami did outplay them in the second. But if it was 2-3-0 in the first half, that game would have been over. But they got the 0-0 draw against a very tough Al Ali. And then they defeated Porto. Porto's been a major disappointment. Now, credit to Inter Miami for holding their own and then having Messi that can win you the game.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's a situation where if you don't have Messi, we pretty much would have had every single MLS team lose every game. Okay, maybe they would have gotten the 0-0 draw, I guess, with Al Ali. 1 point. And again, we are the host nation. So MLS should have done better. Obviously, my expectations were low. And I don't think the performance on the field has been terrible from the MLS teams. They're not getting trashed. None of them got trashed. That's
not
the
like
way
Auckland City, who's getting thrashed every time.
And I think Al Ain or something. Al Ain.
Yeah,
Al Ain. But the thing with Major League Soccer is I think it's been pretty clear that where most of us rate them is where they are, where some of the fanboys were saying top 10 league in the world. That's not where it is. MLS is somewhere
between 10 and 15.
Yeah, I'd say 12 to 15 is where it's at.
Yeah.
That could change very quickly with the snap of a finger.
Yeah, if they change the salary cap rules, that would change very quick.
I'll put it this way. I think if you are a major MLS fan, like a massive MLS fan, you should not be satisfied with the results of this Club World Cup. They haven't been embarrassing. MLS hasn't been embarrassed. That is true. But you should not be satisfied. That is not good enough.
I will say, though, if they weren't playing at home, it would have been a lot worse. Like if they had to go play in Tunisia or Qatar or somewhere like that, it would be a very different story.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're playing in a non-hostile environment, which is in the United States.
Yeah,
so,
very sanitary environment at home.
Even though it's going to be interesting to see Inter Miami play tomorrow Palmeiras, where the Palmeiras fans are invading Miami. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. And Palmeiras also wants to finish first in the group. So I'm going to do a live watch along for that tomorrow. I'm very interested in seeing how Miami will behave to that because Palmeiras also is a Brazilian club. There's not going to be any respect for Messi. They're going to harass Messi. They're going to beat the crap out of Messi because they know that's where most of Inter Miami's goals are going to come from, if not all of them. Messi.
You have a great look. Let me put it this way. It took the greatest player in the history of the game for MLS to get one win at home in the Club World Cup.
And mind you, it's been quite impressive how poor Porto has been, to be honest. I'm pretty sure if they were placed in a little bit of a better European side, it probably would not have happened. But Porto has been a major disappointment. Anyhow, Brian is saying he got $50 for the United States to win and to score 1.5 goals or more, I believe. I mean, a 2-0 win, I would expect it to be 2-3-0. Didn't Haiti tie Trinidad? They tied Trinidad.
Yeah, they tied them. And they lost to Saudi Arabia, who we beat.
Yeah, I think your bet is solid. You should be able to win. I'm not giving any of you betting advice, but I would say betting on the U.S. getting a 2-3-0 win, that's not a bad choice. I think you have pretty good odds of winning that bet right there. And then Moise saying, Tack and Pete, if USSF offers a job, y'all take it? Moise, it depends on what's the job. How much control do we have of our own role, right? If they're going to hire us to be puppets, no, I'll just stay the life that I have. I have a good life. I enjoy my life.
They've already tried the puppet thing. Austin.
The puppet part, yeah, but they offered nothing in exchange, just the puppet.
No, just coercion.
Tickets, no tickets.
Tickets and coercion.
And U.S. women's national team jerseys.
Yes. They clearly don't think very highly of us if they thought we could be bought for that little.
Yeah, we're not that broke. No, but look, in terms of offering a job, that's a very tough question to answer because if they offer a job where it puts us in a position of power where we can actually devote part of our lives to try to help the game in this country with some power over something, I would absolutely take it if I was not to be a puppet. And obviously, if the salary paid the bills, it doesn't have to be something crazy high, just enough to live a good life, right? Which right now
we're passionate about growing the game. And so if it was a role where we felt like we could actually contribute to growing the game, more so than we are right now, then we would probably consider it. But it depends on a lot of factors.
Well, definitely working with US Soccer, we would have more power, right? You could lose some influence in terms of like being on YouTube and talking to people, but in terms of power, you definitely have more if you're there, as long as they actually give you that power.
That's the thing. It can't be just sort of a advisory role or some shit where they try to pull you off of YouTube, which I could see that just to get us off of YouTube, offer us a job and neuter us, which we would never do. So
no. And Hugo Lopez is saying, where's Roldan, Jesus Ferreira, Areola, Leggett, and Jackson Yo? Roldan, Jesus Ferreira, and Areola all play for the Seattle Sounders. Paul Areola is actually injured. I think he had a torn ACL. Leggett, I think Leggett is with Dallas. Still.
Dallas.
Where's Jackson Yo? Is he still with San Jose?
No, he left. I think he's in Cincinnati now. He's not with San Jose anymore. He moved to the Midwest somewhere.
Jackson Yo. Actually, that's an interesting question because I stopped tracking the guy once we stopped finally calling him up. Jackson Yo is with New England, actually.
Oh, New England. That's the one, yeah.
So he's in the East Coast.
Yeah.
Steven Spada saying, at least it's not Auckland. I mean, look, did anyone really expect MLS to be as bad as Auckland? Auckland City is an amateur club. MLS teams are still
professional. Play in the A-League. They play in the A-League. It's not fully amateur. But
the players are like accountants. They're part-time soccer players.
No. They're professionals, but it's really poor quality. Really, like worse than MLS. I've watched it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect MLS to be the level of Auckland. But the thing is, there were a lot of MLS fans that were saying MLS was a top 10 league. And you see just the level of play. For example, not even Brazil. Ignore Brazil for a second. That league is obviously clearly much closer to a top 5 league level than to MLS, the Brazilian league. But let's talk about Argentina, the league that has been bankrupt, essentially. I'm sorry, like Boca is not a good team. Pete, Boca Juniors didn't even qualify to the Libertadores.
Yeah.
And you look at their performances versus the European sides and all that, it looks far more competent than the Major League Soccer. They actually look threatening. It's a different team, the intensity. But in terms of like the worst teams, yeah, MLS is better than those teams. And
hang on, Jack. I need to correct myself real quick. These guys are right in the chat. It's not in the A-League. It is in the New Zealand regional leagues. The A-League competes in AFC, so they'll be represented by AFC. This is Oceania. So this is a different Auckland that plays in the A-League. The Auckland City FC plays in New Zealand regional league. So you're right. It is an amateur team.
It is so again, I would fully expect MLS to destroy. Like I'm pretty sure if the MLS teams played Auckland, they would beat them with some comfort. Yeah. It should be like at least 3-0. That's what I would expect. Because Bayern got 10-0, but they didn't push it after a while. They just kind of like let it be. Should it be Agiman's last chance tonight? I mean, he's had already, like the last chance he should have had was the last one. It's not this one.
Honestly, January camp should have been his last chance.
Julian Viva is saying, Pete Tack, what do you guys think of Pochettino when he said that he was jealous that Trump didn't invite the U.S. team? If Trump invited us, Pulisic would be in camp. I mean, look, I didn't see the overall interview. I just saw the quote written. And what I have to say about it, I think what he implied was just like, why is Juventus there and not the actual national team, right? You like it or not, we like it or not, like Trump is the president. That's what he meant. It was like if it was Trump, Biden, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, George Bush, it doesn't matter. What I got out of it is not that he's saying that he loves Trump or that he's endorsing Trump. I don't even know how much aware he is of U.S. politics. I think what Pochettino meant was like, he was jealous that like, wait, Juventus was called up. So they got the prestige of being in the White House, right? Regardless of who's there. Why is the U.S. national team not invited? That's what I think he meant. But again, I could be wrong.
I don't want to get into speculating on his politics, though.
No. Soccer Savin is saying, what photos does Agiman have on Berhalter? Definitely nothing on Berhalter. Berhalter's not the coach. So maybe Pochettino.
Those were Kellen Acosta's photos.
Different he doesn't have anything on Berhalter. Berhalter, he's minding his own business in Chicago. Let's leave him alone. Keeping tabs is saying Tim Ream is the only player in MLS that should start in the World Cup. I don't know if he should start.
Hold on. What if Matt Freese? I mean, The problem with Matt Freese is that he hasn't really been tested so far. So it's been hard to see what he looks like as a goalkeeper. We need more data against teams like Mexico, Canada, Costa Rica, where he'll actually be tested. But he could be starting at the World Cup because Matt Turner has been abysmal.
Yeah, and Matt Freese so far has looked competent. So
yes.
Cole is saying, if U.S. Soccer offered $10 million each, but you had to be a puppet, would you take it? I would take $10 million to shut up, not to be a puppet.
Being a puppet is...
Yeah, it just seems humiliating.
Yeah, and also, like, at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself, right? And if you spout nonsense for money, then you're the same thing that we've accused the media of being for 5 years. We become shills, and that would be hypocritical.
Okay, but 10 million to shut up, we would have to take it.
I don't know. I mean, I'd consider it, but I'd probably pour that 10 million into something else that would really help the game. Like, I would find a way to make it work. I don't know if I could shut up necessarily. I'd still voice my opinion. Yeah. I don't know. Shilling, I don't think I could ever shill. That would tear at my conscience too much.
No, like his question was about being a puppet. So to be a puppet, no. The answer is no.
Could never be a puppet.
It just sounds a bit humiliating, and I mean, can't really complain too much about empty stadium. Yeah, dude. There's more people in this chat than in the stadium right now. I swear.
I know, it's crazy.
It's great. But everyone, before the game starts, let me put a quick word from the sponsor of this video, NordVPN. We'll be back in a minute and something seconds. Oh, and while the ad is playing, don't forget to drop a like. We'll be back in a minute. You know, having a VPN is quite important these days because it'll protect your privacy, security by encrypting your data and your IP address. And you know what? It can also help prevent your Google search history from leaking. And that is why we are partnering up with NordVPN. Now listen, very often I travel to Brazil and the channel producer lives in Europe. We have to follow all these soccer games on different streaming services that don't really work outside of the United States. But with a VPN, you can set your location for the United States of America. And very often, it will work. At least it has for myself. And that allows me to watch the games we need and enjoy American content when located abroad. And today we have a special offer for you through NordVPN. Click the link in the description of this video and you will get 4 extra months on your 2-year plan, which technically means you get 4 free months in your 2-year plan. But they're not actually free, they're extra. Does that make any sense? It's also risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So click the link in the description of this video to get your special offer. And in the process, you'll be helping yourself and the channel. And thank you very much, NordVPN. Pete, have you ever had your Google search history leak?
No, and I'm glad.
Exactly. So guys, get NordVPN. Don't let it leak. Don't do it. But everyone, we have 100 likes right now on the stream. If you could kindly get those likes up to 200 or 300. Today we're back to our regular schedule. We're going to do the live watch along here. After the game, we're going to go to 11 Yanks for the post game. This is pretty much, Pete, the last garbage game the U.S. men's national team plays until
World Cup.
I was going to say until the World Cup, but we still have January camp, right?
Yeah, fucking January camp, man. Ugh. That's going to be just a chance for like some MLS lifer to stat pad.
Agiman.
Yeah, he'll be there probably.
And the thing with it too, it's like, so I guess the last garbage game for the summer, because here, so just so everyone knows, the United States right now leads the group. We just need a draw to finish first or a win. And if we finish first, we are going to match up with Mexico's group, whoever finishes second, which right now, finishing second, it's Costa Rica, but Mexico and Costa Rica play later today.
We finish first. Somehow Costa Rica pulls off a miracle win, and we end up losing to Mexico in the quarterfinal.
Or we beat Mexico in the quarterfinals, even though it's not looking promising. Man.
The way this team is played, I'm not so sure, but.
Jeff Carey, Spicy Jeff, 70,000 attendance for Madrid total, over 1 million. Oh, for the Club World Cup? Yeah, the attendance for the Club World Cup is not as bad as people try to portray it. It hasn't really been that bad. The average attendance is like over 40,000 per game. I mean, There's been games that have been empty. That is true because of the time they placed it. But overall, it's not been that bad as much. The thing is, have you noticed how Europeans are really trying to push against the World Cup, the Club World Cup?
Yeah, because they're failing.
There's that, but I mean, even before it started, they just really, really wanted it to flop, and it's not flopping. It's been successful. I've been enjoying it. I think it should happen.
It's been quite fun. The games that I've seen have been quite fun.
Yeah, but let me see if I didn't miss anyone else here. United States versus Haiti. Haiti's playing with green today. Wait, is this Haiti? No, what is this game?
What are you watching on?
I'm on Fox Sports 1. Is this not the U.S.?
I'm on Fox 26 on Fubo TV.
Wait,
I'm just coming to the game now. Like they're showing the lineup.
Hold on. It's on Fox, but why did that look like Saudi Arabia? Oh, unless they were showing footage of.
They might have been.
Yeah, the game started actually.
It started for you?
Yes.
Well, I'm on a lag.
Yep, death, taxes, and the U.S. men's national team playing in an empty stadium.
Well, they have no one to blame but themselves after these performances they've been putting up the last year or so.
Yeah, I don't blame the fans, even though they're going to try. They apparently complain about who was complaining about the fans. Wasn't it Weston McKennie's dad?
Yes. Yeah, he was complaining. Tim Weah was kind of complaining as well.
Hold on. Okay, here it is. The score is on screen now. 0-0. I'm 1 minute in, and the other super chat's from Alan. Alan is saying, they said this is a good opportunity for these players to prove themselves, so I won't accept barely beating Haiti. No, if they want to prove themselves, they need to trash Haiti. And even so, it's still going to be questionable.
It doesn't prove anything. Winning the Gold Cup would be different. Beating Haiti, no matter how you do it, is not proof of anything. All it is that you can prove that you can beat a minnow, which everybody should be able to do.
Haiti's a team that can't freaking make it to the World Cup at all, and we're trying to. They
don't even get close. Like they don't even make the final 8.
No, and guys, get those likes up in the stream. Try to get it to 200. We are at 130 or something. Katya is saying, "I can't wait to ref this game." Oh, it's the female ref.
Yeah, it's Katya. Yeah. All right, Tack. I'm gonna head to the game, and I'll be in and out.
See you soon. See you soon, Pete.
All right. See ya.
Anyone asking what? I'm watching on Univision, I think, right now, but it's also on Fox. Time check. I'm at minute 2:24, 2:25, 2:26, 2:27, 2:28, 2:29, 2:30. Okay, now you guys can synchronize with me. 2:34, 2:35. Just synchronize your time. United States and Haiti. Once again, ideally, we want to finish in first, because if we finish in second, there are very high odds that we are going to be playing Mexico. Okay. And it's not that we're going to avoid Mexico. If we want to win the Gold Cup, eventually we want to play them. But the fact of the matter is, if you can, just avoid Mexico, at least until the final. Let's just play Mexico very late in the tournament. Now, if we finish first and Mexico finishes first, we are only going to face Mexico in the final. Chris, Brazilian Fury, or Jeff Carey's favorite, the furry Brazilian, he's saying tomorrow we're kicking Messi's ass. Hopefully. I'm going to do a live watch along for that tomorrow because that's a big game. Palmeiras, my beloved Palmeiras, my team, versus Inter Miami, Messi FC. The terrible Inter Miami franchise. I just don't like them. I don't like them. Okay, back here to the game, United States and Haiti. Once again, we need to go for the win. Actually, right now with the 0-0 draw, we do finish first. with the 0-0 draw. And then at 10 p.m., Mexico and Costa Rica will play each other for the first place of their group. And then hopefully, Mexico gets first place and we play Costa Rica, even though Costa Rica will be a very, very tough one. El American saying, do you think people are hyping up Canada too much or is it justified? I don't know, man. I didn't watch Canada's game yesterday, but Canada tied Curaçao, right? And I mean, I didn't watch the game, but in terms of expected goals, Canada actually lost expected goals and tied 1-1. And that is Curaçao. Not a bad team. Definitely not a bad team. But they also tied El Salvador. So I don't know. I think Canada is well coached by Jesse Marsh with all his flaws. They're still well coached by Jesse Marsh. And they have the quality, but they did struggle against Curaçao, apparently. I didn't watch that game, so I don't want to comment on it. I think putting that game aside, some of the hype on Canada in CONCACAF is justified. Some of it. And Chris saying, I'm doing one on my channel as well. It's overdue since I couldn't do the one from Al Ali. It's all good. If you weren't going to do it, I would have you as a guest. But everyone, if you guys want to watch the live watch along with Chris, he'll be live at his channel, Brazilian Fury. I'll be live here at Tactical Manager TV. Unfortunately, we're not going to be doing this one together. Yeah, I'm just going to do this one mainly because it's Inter Miami, Major League Soccer. So there's that for us to cover. And there's also Palmeiras, my team. But United States and Haiti. Let's see. Another empty stadium for the U.S. men's national team. Another empty stadium. By the way, has everyone here in the chat been watching the Club World Cup? It's been pretty good. Now, right now I have on screen here Salzburg and Al Hilal. Still 0-0. Al Hilal trying to get the first win for Asian teams. The Asian teams and the CONCACAF teams have been struggling quite a bit. Pachuca today, Real Madrid Real Madrid was playing man down. Oh, my goodness. Is that okay, I thought they were going to give a penalty kick for Haiti, but apparently no. No penalty was called. Barfston is not playing. Today. There's no Barfston today. I wonder, because it looked like the player from Haiti actually got knocked down in the box. Let me see. They dribble through Chris Richards. That's not a penalty. He just ran into Richards, and Richards kind of like shoved him away, but it was just kind of like, get off my space. So, that's not a penalty. I'm sorry. Barfston is not starting. It's John Token, the left back today, former New York Red Bulls. Steven Spada is saying Curaçao tied Canada. I guess they can't win without drones and spies. Yeah, it was a weird one for me. I wish I had watched that game because I want to understand what's going on with Canada, but I didn't watch it. It was late. I was tired. I also watched too many games that day with the Club World Cup. But it was interesting for me to see the result. I wasn't expecting Canada to actually – I was expecting Canada to finish the group stage with 9 points. They should be – they destroyed Honduras 6-0. But then they tied Curaçao, and now they go to the last game. Oh, boy, cross goes in. Now they go to the last game to face El Salvador, needing a win to finish first. Cleared by Chris Richards. Haiti, blocked. Who has the ball here? It's Quinn Sullivan. Quinn Sullivan here for the United States. And Agiman was kind of off and just doing what Agiman does best, which is nothing really useful. Tyler Adams calms the game down back to Richards. R. Lubin saying, I'm rooting for Miami, but hope Miami finishes second so they play Botafogo. Call me crazy, but I like their chances against Botafogo. If there's one team that they have decent odds, it would be Botafogo, simply because Botafogo is just an unpredictable team. However, you're saying you want Miami to finish second so they play Botafogo, but Botafogo is not guaranteed to finish first. Botafogo is going to play Atletico Madrid, and Botafogo is actually not even guaranteed to be in the next round yet. So it's kind of hard. I personally want Palmeiras to finish first, right? I want that because I'm a little bit afraid of playing PSG, but there's no guarantees. What I love about the last round of the Club World Cup is that it's just wide open between most clubs. There are teams that have won 2 games and they could still get eliminated, like Botafogo. They could get eliminated. If they get trashed, right? They get trashed by Atletico Madrid, they're very likely out. Time check again. I'm at minute 8:58, 8:59, 9, 9:01, 9:02, 9:03, 9:04, 9:05. Okay, so that's the time check for me. I'm actually a little bit ahead of what's on screen somehow. But tomorrow I'll do the live watch along for Palmeiras and Inter Miami. I don't know if you guys will be here, and I don't know if you guys give a shit, but I'll do it live. I'm doing it anyway. Oh, goal. Who scored? Tillman. Malik Tillman. 1-0. Malik Tillman. United States gets the lead. We're going to win this group. Haiti ain't coming back from this. Let me rewatch this goal. The bloodbath has begun. Malik Tillman gives the United States the lead. Let's just see what happened again, but it looked like a very nice finish. I was looking at the chat, then I turned and the ball was just going into the back of the net. 1-0 against Haiti. Malik Tillman. At least Tillman has got it going, right, during the group stage. So it was Brendan Aronson to Tillman, a nice header. Aronson to Tillman, nice header. Beautiful goal. Malik Tillman gives the U.S. men's national team the lead. Okay, back to the game. 1 second. As expected. So once again, the goal here is for the United States to finish first. And if we tie the game, we're going to finish first. So it should be very easy. It should be a game for everyone to stat pad. And then when we do that, we're going to have to watch the game later between Mexico and Costa Rica. If they tie, we play Costa Rica. If Mexico wins, we play Costa Rica. If Costa Rica wins, we play Mexico in the quarterfinals. It's kind of weird that CONCACAF finally made a bracket where we can, in fact, face Mexico right away in the quarterfinals, because they usually put it in a way where the U.S. and Mexico just simply never cross paths. Never. Now, let me ask you guys here in the chat, do you want to play in the quarterfinals? Because we're going to finish first. Do you want to play Mexico or do you want to play Costa Rica? It's an interesting question. You want to play Mexico right away and get it over with? We either beat them right away or we just kind of Jeff Carey saying, what did you think of the Boca fans? Oh, they were incredible. They were incredible. Argentina fans can be very immature at times. Like we saw a fan with a Boca jersey in the middle of the River Plate fans, which that was kind of funny. I can put that clip later in the video, later in the stream. But the Boca fans were incredible in Miami. They made Hard Rock look like La Bombonera. It was unreal, and you could see that's what was getting them psyched, right? That's how they were able to actually put up a fight against Bayern, a much superior team. Because this Boca side, Al Hilal almost scored. This Boca side is not very good. Boca didn't even qualify to the Libertadores group stage. So it's not a very strong South American side by any means. And it looks like most of you guys in the chat, actually, let me do this. Let me start a poll. Since we are pretty much already qualified and we're going to finish in first, let me start a poll asking y'all, do you want to play Mexico or do you want to play Costa Rica? And you all can just hit the like button right now. How do we only have 200 likes? How do we only have 200 likes? This is bad. Start a poll. Want to play? Who do you want the U.S. to face in the quarterfinals? All right, let's start this poll here. Mexico or Costa Rica? Let's see. Let's see what you guys vote. I started the poll. Let's see. I put it there in the chat. It's pinned. Go vote. Let's see. Now we're almost at 300 likes. Now all of a sudden you guys wake up and just start hitting the like button as if it's like, oh my goodness. I thought Haiti was going to score right there, but it got blocked last minute. I do want Haiti to hit a few shots on target. I really want to see Matt Freese get tested. I really want to see him get tested. Max is saying that's all on me, liking it out. Thank you very much, Max. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You probably added an extra one right there. That's why we hit 324 out of nowhere. Let's see the voting here. So far we have 243 votes. It's 59% on Costa Rica and 41 on Mexico. It's actually a lot closer than I expected. It's a lot closer than I expected. Look, my opinion. I want to play Mexico in the final. And I know that if we don't play Mexico now, they could get knocked out. We could get knocked out. Anything can happen. But I would rather, in any tournament, it's much better to play weaker opponents first and grow into that tournament. So I would rather play Costa Rica, even though, I mean, Costa Rica, if they beat Mexico today, are they worse? Yeah, they are worse, actually. Let's be real. They are worse. But we'll see. Costa Rica got 2 wins so far. They defeated Suriname 4-3, and they defeated, who was the other one they played? They defeated Suriname with a very late penalty kick, and they defeated Dominican Republic also. That was a tough game, but the Dominican Republic is a tough team. Very tough team. Peter Gonzalez, their right winger, the 22-year-old from Getafe in La Liga, tremendous player. Left-footed, great player right there. Mexico saw that. Anyone watch Mexico and Dominican Republic? Like, that guy was incredible. Peter Gonzalez, their right winger. Very good player. Costa Rica got the wins, man. They got the wins. I personally prefer to play Costa Rica because I do think Mexico's better. Agiman with a terrible pass to Brendan Aronson. Agiman at the ball again. Oh, my goodness. Brendan Aronson trying to blow by the opponent. Honestly, let me ask you all a question here. Do you think, because I've been watching the Club World Cup a lot, this U.S. men's national team roster right here would probably not make it out of any Club World Cup group stage, any of the groups in the Club World Cup. I am pretty freaking sure. A nice pass, Bozo. Yeah, it's Agiman, man. He is literally worse than Zardes was. Haji Wright is injured, for anyone in the chat asking. And Brendan Aronson blows by the first one. Aronson out wide to Quinn Sullivan. Sullivan. Who was that cross to, you mother liquor? Who was that ball to? There's just a general lack of quality with this U.S. team. Ref is a baddie. Yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed the ref. The game's not good, but you guys can enjoy the ref. Jeff Carey is saying he wants to be a corn star. Please. What's stopping you, Jeff? Actually, don't answer that. Don't answer that question. Because what do you guys think is stopping Jeff from being a corn star? If he really wants to be one, what's stopping him? What's stopping him? I don't want him to answer it. That's the only thing that I'm a bit concerned about. But yeah, Jeff, just, I guess, follow your dreams. Haiti with the ball, 17 minutes and 46 seconds. Agiman. It's just, is there anyone here in the chat that rates Agiman? There's no one. Let me end the poll. There's like 400 votes. 400 votes, and 60% said Costa Rica. 60% is, oh my goodness, Haiti just scored. Haiti just scored. My goodness. I hate this team so much. Let me see what happened. So ball in behind. Matt, oh my goodness, Matt Freese passes it straight to the Haiti player. Matt Freese, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, Matt Freese? The bar was low. The expectations, they were freaking low because Matt Turner set the bar very low. Holy fuck. The expectations were super low. Oh boy. Our goalkeeper situation, right? The worst part was I was hoping Matt Freese would get it going with the US men's national team. And then he does this. He just gave an assist. Oh boy. Steve Galley is saying, seeing Tillman score makes me think of Gio. Any idea of what he's still doing with Dortmund? I don't know what Gio's doing with Dortmund. By the way, 2 games in the Club World Cup, and Gio stayed on the bench the full 90 minutes in the Club World Cup. It's I don't know. I don't know what to say. And they're saying, is he just mentally checked out and content there or happy there, or will he force a move and actually play? He has to force a move. I mean, at this point, he's just not going to play for Dortmund at all. I mean, I guess the money is good there. He's getting paid a lot of money, but if Gio doesn't, I'll put it this way: if Gio stays with Dortmund and he's still not getting minutes, just don't call him up for the national team. He shouldn't be there. That's my opinion at this point. It's been long enough. Nick Kruger saying, bring Jeff Carey to the stream sometime. Oh boy, no, sir. No, sir. I will not risk getting canceled. Jeff is a great guy, but he's a tough one. Matt Freese. Right, Pete?
Should we just give Chris Brady the rest of the Gold Cup? I don't know what to say about our goalkeeping situation anymore.
I mean, it's reaching a point where do we just try Brad Guzan again?
No. Trust me, it gets worse.
Does it, though? Like, our goalkeeper just gave Haiti a goal.
I mean, it's more of the same trash, right? That's the problem. They're all trash.
Yeah, I think that I know Brad Guzan is more of a joke, but I don't think at this point it even matters. They're all really freaking bad.
I know.
I mean, Chris Brady's going to be pooped, dude. It's not going to be good.
But at least he's young and has some upside, and he's playing.
But we're 1 year from the World Cup. He's not going to improve in a year that much.
No, just like maybe somebody that's not going to give the ball away unnecessary. I don't know, man. At this point, put Diego Coach in there just for vibes. Like, I don't know what to say. We could have had Zion Suzuki if we'd recruited him when he was younger, but we didn't.
Yeah, because we thought Matt Turner that is not even really a professional goalkeeper, in my opinion. But
what's crazy is Matt Turner could come back to MLS tomorrow and get easily $1 million contract.
That's easily what he should probably do. And they're saying Agiman is the worst 9 I have seen in any cup roster. For the U.S. men's national team, he's up there, man. He's up there. We've seen some pretty bad
worse than Wondolowski.
Oh, of course. Of course. I mean, Wando's also better than Brian White. That's here.
Yeah.
Was, actually.
I think Zardes might be better than Agiman in his prime.
Yeah. Jeff, once again, saying he has a micro penis. Okay. I don't know. Zach, we need a bald keeper again to be successful. Oh, Agiman. He missed. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. 1v1.
I haven't seen it yet. Hang on. Richards to Ream.
Oh, my God.
Aronson's been playing well. I mean, it's Haiti, so he should be, right? But
Agiman just missed the 1v1 with the goalkeeper.
how have I not seen this yet?
What minute are you?
22.
Okay, it's at 23 and a half, roughly.
I'm really behind, huh?
Dude, is Dante Sealy playing for Trinidad and Tobago? Did you know that?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw. Can't blame him. He's not USMNT quality, so he's going to play who he can play for, you know?
And then Hugo Lopez saying, wouldn't be a surprise if we lost to Haiti. We suck. No, dude, they're really bad. Like, we gave them a goal, and we just had Agiman miss a 1v1.
Oh, my God.
Also, I do want to say one thing. Tim Ream, with all his experience, that is actually not a good ball to give back to the goalkeeper under pressure, regardless of who's the goalkeeper.
I mean,
because there was another Haiti
Free should
player.
have just cleared it then.
Yeah,
I agree, but Free should have just cleared it.
Both of them. I thought Ream should have just kicked it out. Fine, didn't do it. Freeze should have done it, and he didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna lose, guys. I think we're still gonna win, but it's just tough to score with Agiman. They're saying at this point, just put in Diego Cochin. It won't get worse. Diego Cochin would not have passed it to the opponent. He's good at this.
No, that's one thing.
They're saying send Gio to Brazil, specifically Corinthians. I think mentally, Gio Reyna would not be able to handle a move to a Brazilian club.
Also, I don't know if that's the move for him right now. Like, Brazil doesn't seem to fit.
No, it's also a very intense league where if he plays poorly one game, he's going to have fans throwing piss at him, like literal piss at him. I don't think he's the type of player that handles that very well. He needs to go to the Eredivisie and just bully like go-ahead Eagles, like teams like that. That's what he needs to do right now, Gio Reyna, for a season. They're saying just put
Agiman on Scotland. Go play for Rangers. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's kind of what he needs at this point. I don't think him going to a league that is very intense and there's a lot of pressure. Also, like if Gio went to Brazil, he wouldn't be playing for the top 3 teams because they already have the players at this point. So he's going to go to a team that's probably not going to be good. He's going to struggle to perform because he's going to have not much help, but the fans are going to demand some insane expectations from him.
Yeah, no, Brazil's not the move.
Yeah, and it's interesting how this game is going because have Agiman. Dude, the funny thing with Agiman, it's like there's a few fans that still defend him, but it's almost like 99% of the fan base like, get this guy out of here, and Pochettino still
You're not hearing to the commentary, but fucking Stu Holden was saying on the broadcast that the number 9 position for the national team is wide open, and Agiman is right in there for it. I was like, the fuck is he saying? It's Balogun and Pepe, and everybody else is fighting for third. And Agiman's not even in that conversation. He's not even in the top
Agiman is fighting for tickets.
I know. It's so absurd how he's on the field as much as he is.
No, he's fighting for tickets. He might be trying to get tickets for the games, which will be very expensive. SP is saying, why doesn't Diego Cochin get called up or get minutes? Do you guys rate him as a goalkeeper? We haven't seen him in a professional game, right, in terms of like actual playing for his club. So, I mean, the videos and highlights I've seen him, he looks very talented, but I don't know. He's very young.
Oh, Agiman just gave the ball away for no reason, under no pressure.
Yeah, that's what he does.
And then fell down afterwards.
He's actually kind of funny to watch if he's not playing for your team.
I know. He's at least entertaining. You'd be like, how can someone be this bad?
Dude, he's playing for the national team. It's insane. This is the only country that would do something like this. Only like top country, right? Because we're still like a top 20 national team.
Right. He would be a joke in any other top 20. He would be a national like laughing stock.
Gosh. I swear, man, we can't. Oh my goodness. It's
you can't even perform in Gold Cup. Even Jesus Ferreira performed in Gold Cup.
That is true. Jesus was good against teams like Haiti. Jesus drops a hat trick.
Yeah, he had 2 hat tricks in the last Gold Cup against Trinidad and Tobago, and then I think Suriname or one of those other teams, one of those other like minnows.
Agiman just kind of like stumbled through the ball, and Brendan Aronson just kind of like took it over with his like hectic like cocaine ball right now. Do you notice how Brendan Aronson can only go one speed?
Yeah.
It's just as fast as he can. Like, it doesn't matter if he has the ball or not. He just goes as fast as he can. He can't slow down the tempo. He can't pick up the tempo. It's just like balls to walls, full 90 minutes. That's all he does, Brendan Aronson.
Dude, they keep playing these balls out to John Tolkien that are too far. And so by the time he gets to it, it's beyond the touchline.
It's actually unbelievable right now for me, the fact that Agiman is our starting striker and Pochettino decided to keep Sargent at home as a footballing decision that he said. It does look, I get the criticism for Sargent, and I actually agree with most of the criticism that goes towards him, but you cannot convince me that Sargent is worse than Agiman. You can't. I would rather just
dude, I don't think Agiman. Huh?
Quinn Sullivan hit the post.
Okay. We'll still win. I'm pretty sure we're going to win, but like, come on.
Actually, I don't think he hit the post. I think it was going to be I think it's going to be an own goal.
Wait, what? It's a goal?
No, it was going to be an own goal. I think actually he didn't hit it.
Oh, like another player hit the post.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think that Agiman would start for our TST team.
No, Leandro's ahead of him.
Yeah.
Because this is also Agiman in great shape. Like, let Leandro practice a full month. He's way better than Agiman right now.
Yeah.
No, also in the TST, the field is tighter. So he would actually do worse.
Oh, way worse. He'd have no space.
Saved by the Haiti goalkeeper. Now we get another shot on target. Is Brian White worse than Agiman?
He can't be, right?
He might be. And he's also like 30. What are we doing?
I can't believe we left Sargent at home for this. I just, it's inexplicable to me.
Honestly, the Jordan Morris experiment as a center forward is better than this.
Oh, yeah.
TV saying after Morris got picked over Pepe in the World Cup, who knows? It wasn't Morris. It was Jesus Ferreira.
It was Ferreira.
Yeah, it was Jesus.
Even though Morris Pepe was scoring in the Eredivisie for Groningen.
Yeah. But honestly, like, Jesus Ferreira and Jordan Morris are better players than Agiman. It's not close. Jeff Curry saying,
right, I'll see you at halftime, Jack.
See you in like 15 minutes. See you soon.
Yeah.
Jeff Curry saying, I think PSG is embarrassed and will win the Club World Cup. They're embarrassed because they lost to Botafogo. I don't think they're embarrassed. They're pissed, but I don't think they're embarrassed. Zach saying, give Gabriel Sonina a chance on the national team. Guys, no. Like, he was not good in Belgium. He was benched in the 3rd division of England. No, not Gabriel Sonina. If you're going to go with Sonina, then you go with the MLS options. No. Is Agiman holding the team back? Not on his own. Like, it's not everything his fault, but is he the worst player on the field? Yes, he's our worst player on the field. It's like we're not tying the game because of him. Well, actually, technically we are, because he had a 1v1 chance and he wasted it. So, Piglet saying we need Schulte and Stefan back. I mean, those guys were given opportunities, so it's not like Schulte and Stefan are the solution. Will they be better than maybe Matt Freese, than Matt Turner? Maybe. But it's not like they weren't given chances. Like, Zach Stefan was giving plenty of chances in the past. Schulte also was given a few chances, opportunities. He started in the Olympics. He's okay. Like, not really good also. Let's be honest, we don't have a good goalkeeper. Let's just make it much simpler here. Instead of us debating who should be, let's just first accept the fact that none of the options are good. That's probably the first thing we should do. And then from there, we more or less have to pick or hope we figure out the less worse of all of the options. And right now we have 380 likes. If we can get it hopefully to 500, then Agiman will score a goal. Okay, that's a straight up lie. That's a really bad lie for myself. But yeah, just get those likes up to maybe 500 if we can get there. Chris Richards wins the ball back for the United States. US won, Haiti also won. Is anyone going to watch the NBA Finals? It's going to start soon as well. I might put it on TV. Indiana Pacers and OKC Game 7, actually. Game 7. Okay, here comes the United States. Quinn Sullivan down the right flank. 1v1 against the Haiti player. Find some space. Good cross, but the goalkeeper is able to save it. Saved by the Haiti goalkeeper. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. So now we are at 425 likes. We're not going to hit. Who do you guys have winning today? The Pacers or OKC? Who do y'all have winning it today? I know he's a rude Canadian, but I love Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Very fun player to watch and very good for fantasy basketball. Very good player. Who do you guys want to win? OKC or the Pacers? Pacers. Basketball sucks. No, it's not. It's fun. Lakers are out, dude. I actually have a Lakers t-shirt right now. I am a Laker. I think OKC is going to win, though. I'm going with OKC today. I did see the big news today, though. The Houston Rockets, they got Kevin Durant. Kind of impressive. They're trying to go for the win. They're trying to win now. They got KD. All right, let's go back here to the U.S. game then. Enough Thiago Splitter MVP. Remember when he played for the Spurs? Thiago Splitter was actually pretty good off the bench for the Spurs. Didn't he start actually for them for a while? He was there. He was there when they lost to the Heat in the NBA Finals. Thiago Splitter, the Brazilian big man, center. He was the starter. Yeah, I just remember him getting blocked by LeBron. And it became like the highlight of the tournament, of the playoffs, actually. Who the fuck are the Pacers? It's the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Finals. You don't know the Pacers? They've had Ron Artest. They've had Reggie Miller. I remember when they had Reggie Miller back in, was it 99 or 2000 that they played the Lakers in the playoffs? I lived in California back then. I think it was in 2000. When the Lakers defeated them. Switch the stream to the NBA Finals watch party. Yeah, maybe I'll do that, but I don't have a thumbnail ready for it. That might actually do some big numbers. I mean, it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals. But let's go back here to the game. The United States won. Haiti also won. It's an embarrassing performance, but I'm not surprised. The U.S. should have like a 2-3-0 lead if Agiman could finish and if Matt Freeze didn't play for Haiti, I guess. Kind of seemed like I'm an NBA show now. No, I'm not an NBA show, but I mean, look, the difference between NBA and MLS is the NBA is actually by far the best basketball league in the world. I actually watch more Major League Soccer than the NBA. I watch more MLS than NBA these days. But I used to watch more NBA when I played fantasy basketball too. And in high school, we would watch it a lot. What happened to Damian Downs? Damian Downs is not available. Saudi Arabia is losing. Interesting. Let me look at this then. Table. So Saudi Arabia, as it stands, they are getting grouped. Saudi Arabia is losing to Trinidad and Tobago, and they are getting grouped. It sucks for Saudi Arabia. They paid a lot of money to be here, and they're still getting grouped. Oh, well. Sucks for Saudi Arabia. Now, in terms of the United States, this 1-1 draw, we still finish first in our group with this 1-1 draw. And then hopefully Mexico ties or defeats Costa Rica later today. And then we would play Costa Rica in the quarterfinals. Not an easy opponent by any means. It's just that I think it's better to face Costa Rica. It's better to face Costa Rica than what's the name? Mexico right now, in my opinion. Okay, here comes Haiti. And Malik Tillman playing defense, but Haiti still recovers the ball. I just don't understand. Goal kick for the United States, 39 minutes. Raul Ramirez is saying at least the game has that hot ref going for it. Okay, you guys can enjoy that. You guys can at least enjoy the ref. How much did Saudi pay? I don't know how much they paid, but I mean, guys, allegedly, I guess we got to put it that way. How much they allegedly paid to be there. Allegedly. Quinn Sullivan. Back to Tim Ream. United States tying Haiti at home so far. We've wasted a few good chances, and Matt Freese just kind of gave Haiti a goal. And that's a foul for Haiti. Malik Tillman fouled the Haiti player. Experience. There's a guy from the Haiti that his name is Experience. Is that serious? Did y'all see that? The guy's name is Experience. Let me actually, there's no way. I got to look this up. Experience. No, yeah. Their left back, his name is Experience. He plays for Nancy in France. Nancy is in the second division. Okay, at least he's a professional player. And free kick for Haiti once again. My goodness. Is this actually happening? Why do we suck? We need experience. I don't know why we suck, man. I don't know. And yeah, Tillman, that's a foul. How can Tillman... Why is Pochettino... Why is Malik Tillman... Why are they complaining about this? It's a pretty damn clear foul. So free kick here for Haiti. Ball goes in. Cleared by Chris Richards. And who has the ball there now? I'm watching this on the iPad, so I can't see which is the trash player that has the ball now. Tyler Adams. Out wide. Is that Quinn Sullivan? Back to someone. Passing it to another guy. They need to have these games like the FIFA one where you just have the player's name on top of their head. They should just have something like that. Matt Freese here with the ball on his feet. Oh, boy. It's been very painful. Very, very painful to watch. They're saying, iPad, open up the wallet and get a TV back. Well, I have a TV. The TV has the Club World Cup game. That's why I put it on the iPad. Because I'm going to put the NBA Finals on TV. But I'm watching the U.S. play on the iPad. That's the best this team deserves. Ideally, I should be watching this game on an iPad while sitting on the toilet. That's what I should be doing. But I can't stream while I'm on the toilet. It would be weird. I've never done that before. I also think there would be a lot of issues with YouTube if I do a live watch along while I'm taking a dump. But don't worry, guys. I had coffee in the morning. Everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Jeff Serrano saying, do Brazilians like basketball? Yes, basketball is very popular in Brazil. Very popular. It's probably a top 5 sport in Brazil. But yes, basketball is extremely popular in Brazil. Yildiz is awesome, said Jeff Carey. His name is Turkish. In Turkish means star. Oh yeah, he balled out today for Juventus. I watched Juventus versus, was it Casablanca, the name of the team? Yildiz was incredible today. He's a very good player. Very good player. Turkey has some really good players. Turkey. Oh, what just happened? Agiman, I just see him on the floor. This dude's on the floor a lot. So Agiman uses his strength, and then he missed the target. You're behind 30 seconds. I'm at minute 44:25. Malik Tillman, cross goes in. Richards, oh. The goalkeeper dropped it. Richards almost won the header there against the goalkeeper. Tyler Adams. He tries a long-range missile once again, but it didn't work, right? Tyler, that did work against Mexico in the Nations League final, but it's not going to work again, Tyler. Argentina trashes Brazil in basketball. Well, historically, Argentina has had many better players than Brazil in basketball. But the question was whether or not basketball was popular in Brazil, and it is. It's very popular. The NBA is popular in Brazil, and people actually play a lot of basketball in Brazil. They do. I mean, not as much as soccer, obviously, but they do play basketball in Brazil quite a bit, actually, quite a bit. Even though when I lived in Brazil, I barely played basketball, but I played a lot of basketball in the U.S. ever since I was a kid. I kind of suck, but I love playing basketball. "45 minutes and 40 seconds. 2 minutes were added, so we're going all the way to 47. United States won. Haiti also won. A result that on itself, it doesn't really matter because we are still topping the group, but it is an embarrassing result. Is Leandro Barbosa, the best Brazilian basketball player of all time? No. The best Brazilian player of all time is Oscar Schmidt. He's from the 80s to 90s. He even got drafted into the NBA, but for some reason he didn't come. I don't quite know why. But no Brazilian would even debate this. Oscar Schmidt was the best Brazilian basketball player of all time. And many NBA players that played against him, I think Charles Barkley has talked about it, and he said that guy was incredible. Oscar Schmidt. Look him up. Look him up. Corner kick for Haiti. Cross goes in. Cleared by the United States men's national team. Haiti still has the ball. And they will get another corner. Malik Tillman, when it comes to defending, he's a really freaking stupid player. He was the one that committed that stupid foul. Now this ball, if he just kept track of the player all the way till the end, the Haiti player is just going to run out of bounds. And then Malik Tillman just gave them a corner. He's not a very smart defender, is he? And that'll be another corner for Haiti. 47th minute. That Haiti goalkeeper is looking like Romelu Lukaku. I don't see it too much. I wish we had Lukaku up top. Are there YouTube videos of Oscar Schmidt? I think so. He was apparently, because I wasn't born back then, but apparently he was like one of the best 3-point shooters in the world at the time. If you look it up, like there's a lot of NBA players that talk about Oscar Schmidt, and they say he was incredible. NBA players that talked about Oscar Schmidt. I'm trying to see which ones that did. Larry Bird and Kobe Bryant are two, with Bird admiring Schmidt and Bryant considering him a boy. So apparently Oscar Schmidt was a player that Kobe Bryant idolized. He grew up in Italy and was very familiar with Schmidt's game and considered him a hero. Kobe Bryant considered Oscar Schmidt a hero. And Larry Bird. And Michael Jordan. Okay, if Kobe Bryant, Larry Bird, and Michael Jordan all three of them speak highly of you, you are freaking good. You are good at basketball. Like if you have Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan speak highly of you, you have to be freaking good. I didn't even know that. I thought it was like Charles Barkley, even though Charles Barkley was also an incredible player. But I didn't know this. Oscar Schmidt was Kobe Bryant's favorite player. You learn something new every day. I did not know that Oscar Schmidt was Kobe Bryant's favorite player. Joel is saying Costa Rica plays super high under Miguel Herrera, high goal count game. U.S. can't defend. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Mexico has more quality. If we play Mexico, the odds of advancing are much lower. Diddy won, Wilsef won so far. What are we talking about? Alex is saying, just got here. How the fuck did we tie against Haiti? Well, Matt Freese gave Haiti a goal. Our goalkeeper. Tim Ream passed it back to Matt Freese, and Matt Freese just passed it straight to the Haiti forward, and there you go. Oh boy. All right. Pete should be here anytime soon, but United States, let me actually look at the stats here real quick. Let's give it a look. Hey, we beat them on XG. One of them was Agiman. Agiman actually, let's put this up here. Agiman had a 0.61 XG on target. Agiman had a great opportunity to score, and he just wasted it. But going back here to the U.S. lineup, Matt Freese has been I mean, he gave them a goal. That's the issue. Outside of that, he hasn't done shit. So I'm just going to say he's been garbage because you can't just give the opponent a goal like that and expect me to say you had a good performance. Alex Freeman, he's been decent. I know I'm not going to take into account FootMob ratings, but Alex Freeman has been fine. Richards and Ream have been fine. I do think on the goal we conceded, Tim Ream probably should have cleared it, right? Probably should have cleared it. He didn't clear it. Passed it back to Matt Freese. Ultimately, it was Matt Freese's mistake. John Token has been meh. Hasn't really done much at all. He hasn't been as bad as Barfston, but he's been kind of not great. De La Torre and Tyler Adams have been all right. Tyler Adams got like a yellow in the first minute of the game against Haiti. But they've been Brendan Aronson has been okay. He's been fine. He's created a few chances. He's done all right. The problem with Brendan is what we talked about earlier in the stream is that Aronson can only go at one speed. Just one speed, and it's as fast as you can. He can't control the tempo, which if you want to be a 10, if you want to be a playmaker, you have to know how to control the tempo from time to time. Now, Malik Tillman, he's been good. He scored a nice goal. It was a nice header crossed by Brendan Aronson. Defensively, he's made some very stupid decisions, Tillman, but nothing that has actually affected us to a point that we conceded a goal. Quinn Sullivan, lots of effort, lacking some quality in the final third, but he's done all right. He's been okay. And then Patrick Agiman has been complete and utter crap. Shit. He's been horrible. He can't hold the ball up top. He had a great opportunity to score on a 1v1 at the goalkeeper. He couldn't score. I don't know what Agiman is good at. I don't know. I don't know why he's starting. I don't know why he continues to play. I just don't know what to say about it. He's been terrible, and that's it. That's all I have to say about it. Let's see if I didn't miss anyone. Julian Vivas. Julian Eyestone should be the number one goalkeeper. Guys, I'm not going to keep going into who should be the number one goalkeeper. There's no good option. That is the truth. There's no good option. It is something also that I don't think Pochettino can really do anything about. The goalkeepers are bad. The goalkeepers are bad. I haven't even really seen Matt Freese in terms of shot stopping with the national team. He hasn't really been heavily tested. He did have the bad giveaway. I guess he's still going to have the whole Gold Cup to redeem himself, but that was really bad. Anthony's saying Freese had Haiti out of the D group on parlay. Chill. Okay, now we're accusing Matt Freese of being involved with sports betting. Stephen Agishi said, I'm glad you said Barfston. Yeah, unfortunately, his name is Arfston, but we've called him Barfston for so long that it's just kind of like stuck in my head. It's just kind of stuck in my head. And this is a weird question. Fabian Pettis, Tack, are you bisexual? I am not bisexual. I am not. You know who might be? Spicy Jeff. Spicy Jeff is bisexual or gay. We're not sure. He has never made it clear. Right, Pete? We don't know. Is Spicy Jeff gay or bisexual? We don't know yet, right?
I have no idea. I just know he's spicy.
Yeah, I think he might be bi. He's just kind of like into whatever. I kind of went through every single player here. I just keep beating a dead horse here. Agiman, man. It's just kind of like...
Dude, you know what I've noticed today? I mean, I've noticed this before. For the one thing that he has going for him, right? His size and his strength. He's very weak. He gets pushed off the ball so easily. You would think at the very least he would have the strength to hold off a center back and hold on to the ball, right? He doesn't even do that. The amount this guy gets pushed off the ball by players smaller and weaker than him is kind of mind-blowing, honestly. Like, I think it should be a fireable offense to ever think this guy was a USMNT quality player.
Would he start for Haiti?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know also. Everyone in the chat, would Agiman start for Haiti? I think their forwards have looked more competent, at least more
Much
physical.
better. Significantly so.
They're saying, I think 4 Haiti players would actually start for this U.S. men's national team squad. Actually, yeah, if you go player by player, just for starters, their number 9 would start over Agiman. That's one.
Yeah,
their goalkeeper is better than ours.
Yeah, Perot would start over Agiman, for sure.
But their goalkeeper would probably start as well. Dinger's saying, I would just like to say that I invented the name Barfston and Shitmayan. Shitmayan doesn't really, it's not very smooth, but Barfston is a good one. And I've been just going to keep going with Barfston. Just go on here. I even started talking about, what's his name? NBA, because the game is just like horrendous. Jack is saying, Tack, 11 Yanks, can you imagine USA B-2 fighter pilots return from their mission and then they're treated to this disaster? Trust me, no one in the United States is watching this game. No one's watching. It's just us. Like, we have what, 1,000 people, over 1,000 people in the chat. You guys are the audience. That is it. There's 1,000 people watching this game right now, and all of us here, no offense to all of us, we are the suckers. We're the suckers watching. Keeping tabs, his thoughts on Dorsey. You are a Dynamo fan. Are you talking about like Griffin Dorsey?
He's been on the Dorsey train for a while. I think he's trolling at this point.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to this. Thoughts on him? I don't know.
He's a competent MLS right back. Those are my only thoughts on him.
Barely competent, but yeah. Jeff Serrano's saying, so no inappropriate pictures, Pete? I don't know what he's referring to.
No idea what he's talking about.
Miguel is saying, how bad are the pictures that Agiman has on Pochettino? The guy sucks. I don't know, man. I honestly don't understand what's going on. I would hope Pochettino can see through the bull crap. 1 second.
You would think, right?
Yes.
Remember when he tried to tell us that Agiman was as good as Sargent and Scally?
Yeah, the thing is, I think it was the first 7 things we learned in the Gold Cup that I published was the U.S. and Trinidad, and I criticized Agiman, just saying, guys, he ain't it, and the goal was not him; it was Diego Luna. And I got a lot of comments of people just like saying I was just a hater, that I was just hating on MLS, right? Even though half of the team is MLS, and I was picking on Agiman and Barfston specifically, more on Agiman because I think he's even worse than Barfston. And they were just calling me a hater. Where are all these people right now? Where are they?
I know, but dude, this happened with Duncan Maguire. This happened with Jesus Ferreira, with Jassy Zardes, with Leggett. Like, this is a tale as old as time. You and I go, this player's trash. People get mad because he does something in a January camp. And then we get proven right and they just disappear.
What's funny is Agiman could end up scoring like a goal in the second half, right? And then all of a
Easily.
sudden, they're just going to forget all the crap he's done. Did you see Alexi Lalas' ranking? He put Agiman as like a top 5 player. He did.
Well, yeah, and Stu Holden was out there. Remember when Alexi Lalas last Gold Cup said that our best number 1 defender was Walker Zimmerman?
Yes. No, these guys either don't watch, they do it for attention, or they just don't know what they're talking about. They play professionally, so I'm assuming they know what they're talking about. I'm just going to assume they're not watching the games or they want attention. Alexi's probably attention. That's probably what it is.
I will say, though, that just because you played the game professionally, that doesn't make you smart.
No, it doesn't make you smart, but some things are just too obvious.
I know.
Right? Like you can here's the thing, like sometimes you can make a bad call on something that's like semi-debatable.
Yes.
This is too much. This is too much. This guy doesn't look like a professional player, Pete.
No, he looks like a tight end for who's like somehow someone told him to go play soccer today, and he's like, "What am I doing here?"
Would Agiman start for El Salvador? Probably not. Steven Agishi, whoever told Agiman to play soccer growing up needs to go to hell. No, actually, whoever did that, he should be very thankful because he's going to make a lot of money doing this.
He's gonna make a lot of money in MLS.
Yeah. Zach is saying, to be fair, I'm not watching the game. I'm just listening. So actually, there might be more people in this chat than actually watching the game.
Dude, I'm in the middle of one of the most beautiful national parks in the country, Sequoia National Forest, and I'm burning my eyes out watching Agiman trip over his own legs.
James is saying, you guys doing a Mexico-Costa Rica live watch along? James, I'm not going to do it because I'm going to rest. Tomorrow I need to work on the preview of the quarterfinals, and I have also the Palmeiras live stream tomorrow. But once we get to the knockout rounds, maybe I'll do a few live watch-alongs for Mexico. But I will be watching tonight, 10 p.m. That might actually be a good game, Pete. Mexico and Costa Rica.
It probably will be a good game, but I'm not going to watch it, dude. I've got stuff to do here.
No, you rather watch Agiman trip over his own legs.
By the way, we're not necessarily going to finish first. If we don't get the win, right? Well, no, if we draw...
No, we will. A draw,
if we lose and Saudi Arabia win, we could wait. No, Saudi Arabia would be fine. We'd still get first if we lose because we have a goal difference, right?
No, we're going to finish. We're not going to lose.
No, we'll win this game. We'll win this game. But you're on a +6. There's no way. We'd have to get thrashed by Haiti, which is not going to happen.
I'm putting the NBA final game on. Give me a second. Let me just get the remote controller off here. But I'm putting the final game on. Then I'll get to the second. I'll be back in a second, Pete. Here's a good one for you. You can take over this spicy Jeff one right here for you, Pete.
McManaman and Cantor are a great commentator team. I'm guessing you're talking about Andres Cantor. I agree with you. Andres Cantor is great. McManaman, I haven't heard enough of him to really say for sure if he's a good commentator. But yes, Andres Cantor is a great commentator. So long as you mean
is he
Andres
talking about
Cantor.
Andres or Nick? Because Nick is
There's
not
a
good.
big difference. Nepo baby Nico is very different than his dad. Good guy, don't get me wrong, but just not his dad. He's in the job he's in because of who his dad is.
Yeah. I mean, if he's talking about Andres Cantor, of course. He's actually a legend. Yes. Goro Majima, I'm just here killing time before the finals start. Yeah, I mean, I have the finals on too. I think OKC is going to win. So I got the NBA finals. It's going to be much more exciting. I'm probably going to, after the US game, I'm probably going to finish watching the NBA finals, then watch Mexico. I'm not in a place like Pete that he has to go enjoy outside. I'm at home. I have ponds. All over the place. Anthony saying, what's more likely to happen? Agiman hat-trick or Matt Turner World Cup resurgence? Matt Turner. For sure.
I mean, he could get a hat-trick. Haiti's a terrible team. If Jesus Ferreira can get a hat-trick. But at this point, I think it's very unlikely. 3 goals in the second half. I think Haiti would have to pass him the ball in front of goal with no goalkeeper multiple times for him to get a hat-trick.
Trinidad and Tobago, Haiti, and Saudi Arabia, Jesus Ferreira would have at least 3 goals right now in the group stage.
At least. least. He had 7 in the last Gold Cup and 6 after the group stage. 6.
Dude, are we becoming Jesus shills? It almost looks like we're pushing Jesus Pereira propaganda right now.
No, it's that Agiman is so bad we'll take anybody else at this point.
Yeah, just get Josie Altidore to dress. Wasn't he with Bournemouth in the TST?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. Anyhow, we're here. What you gonna do about it? We're here for it. Got the NBA Finals on. Second half has started, and Haiti has the ball already attacking us. They got a corner already in the first. Oh, and they almost scored off a header, actually. Imagine we actually lose to Haiti.
Did Poch make any changes? Has Agiman been hauled off?
No, Agiman's still there. Pete, by the way, Saudi Arabia is getting grouped.
Oh, shit.
They're losing to Trinidad.
Oh, my God.
Did we just bribe Trinidad or something? Why were they so bad against us and they're like competent against the other teams?
Not sure.
Well, anyhow, Saudi Arabia getting knocked out is actually a joy to watch, even though I feel bad for them because they spent a lot of money to be here. But it's actually pretty good. And we're struggling to build out of the back, dude.
What is happening?
Drod is saying Macwo is probably losing it today with the abysmal U.S. men's national team performance and USA bombing Iran. Guy loves combining sports and politics. I don't think Maxwell is watching the U.S. men's national team play. He's tired of this team, dude. We were with him during the TST. He was tired of the team. I don't think he's watching the U.S. men's national team play today. Not renewing my Fubo for this trash. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And they're saying you guys wanted Hervé Renard. Yeah, did you know that Saudi Arabia is with a U23 team? Were you aware of that, Gunnar? That's important, right? That context is important. He's essentially bringing a semi-youth and professional team of Saudi Arabia that doesn't have much depth, right? That's not a team known for its depth, Saudi Arabia. So that context kind of matters. What do you think Pochettino would do with Saudi Arabia U23?
Not much. Here's a question. Would Agiman start for Saudi Arabia's under-23s? I don't think so.
No, this guy shouldn't be a professional soccer player. How is he in the national team? I don't freaking know. And also, why do they push him so much? Why is there like content being made about him all the time?
I don't know. Is it a deal with like the Charlotte owner with Dave Tepper or something?
It might be. They might have made a deal that's like, we got to promote one of the Charlotte players. Like, it's like, can you guys just do that to Tim Ream then? Just use Tim Ream if you need to do that.
Use Tim Ream as your boy.
We'll deal with Tim Ream. I don't know why there's like, I don't know why there is Agiman propaganda going on. I honestly don't get it. But
Including
everyone, make sure to drop a like. What is it?
I'm saying even on the Fox broadcast, they're still shilling for him. And after his miss, they were trying to excuse him for it, saying that it was a tough angle and all this nonsense.
Yeah, it's weird. It has to be some deal with the Charlotte MLS owner. I mean, it's a somewhat new franchise. What is it? Their third season now? Something like that?
Yeah.
Fourth, maybe? Like it's a semi-new franchise. It's a post-COVID franchise. Maybe it's a deal.
Could be.
Because, I mean, and it's crazy how much they test our knowledge in soccer. They just think every single U.S. soccer fan is an imbecile.
Yeah, because they just spout nonsense and expect us to lap it up.
Okay, free kick here for the United States. 49 minutes and 17 seconds, 18 seconds, 19, 20. So 49, 20. John Tolkien and Tillman are on the ball. John Tolkien. Okay, out of bounds. I don't know, Pete. Also, we're going to play Mexico or Costa Rica in the quarterfinals. I hate to say this, but the odds of getting eliminated in the quarterfinals are legitimate.
Yeah, if we play the way we've played this whole group stage, this whole summer, we could very easily lose either of those games. Very easily. I mean, Haiti is giving us a run for our money here. Haiti.
Fabian Pet is like, Jeff, stop acting normal. I want spice. No one likes it when Jeff is normal. Dude tries to be normal for 1 minute. They start hating on him. But everyone, we got 500 likes in this stream. Make sure to drop more likes. Let's try to get it to 600. And then after the game, we go to 11 Yanks for the post game of this crap show here. Hopefully with the win. The result itself doesn't matter. Like, we're gonna finish first with a draw. It's just kind of embarrassing to tie Haiti.
Yeah, very embarrassing.
I'm kind of.
I will.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'll see you in the post game, Ty.
I'll see you in 40 minutes. Hopefully we work our way through this.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Just stay awake.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. And everyone here in the chat. Why does this always happen? As soon as someone says stay awake and I'm a little tired, I yawn. And then now that I yawned, you guys probably yawned. It's contagious, like COVID. Very contagious. Cross from Haiti, out of bounds. Goal kick for the U.S. men's national team. 51 minutes. It's been so freaking bad to watch. Matt Freese with the save. It wasn't a brilliant save, but a decent save there from Matt Freese. Also, if he conceded that goal, it would have been embarrassing. Who's the potential semifinal matchup? Let me see. I got to check the Gold Cup bracket. I think it's Canada. If Canada finishes first, so Canada's in Group B. So let's say we're going to finish in first, right? Runners up. No, winners of Group C, runners up. So the potential semifinal matchup. Oh, no, guys. Oh, no. Guys, Agiman fell again on his own. He just fell on his own. Dude's all over the floor. The matchup that we'll have in the semifinals, if we finish first, which looks like we will, and they finish first, which it looks like they will be Panama. And our odds against Panama lately have not been good. We've not been doing well, but it looks like in the semifinals, we'll play Panama if we advance. That's not good. Jeff Carey, Tack, you have a pretty mouth. That's very, very, very weird, Jeff. Very, very, very weird. Very specific, too. Very weird and specific. United States here at the ball against Haiti. Chris Richards finds Tyler Adams. Chris Richards in possession. We will lose to Panama. Yeah, I don't want to play Panama. I don't want to play Panama. It hasn't been great. Definitely not an opponent that I want to face. Agiman, look at that spin. Dude became Ronaldinho and got fouled. You know, that spin that Agiman finally got going right there. There you go. That spin is enough for Pochettino to keep Agiman in the starting 11. He got one thing right. Saying tactical manager needs to hire an HR person. Human resources for what? Dude, you think this channel can hire someone? If we hire someone here at Tactical Manager TV, we declare bankruptcy in like 2 months. Tactical Manager doesn't have the funds. How is Tactical Manager going to pay for an employee? Tyler Adams has the ball. I wish Tactical Manager was so big that we were providing many great jobs, that people would be working with soccer, that many people dream of. But unfortunately, no. Oh, this is a great one. The Hobo Report said he has proved a handful. What the F is that commentary? I'm assuming you're talking about Agiman, and he has definitely proved a lot. He's proved he doesn't belong with the national team. That's what he's proved so far. Not so far. That's what he has proved. Literally. What minute am I at? I'm at minute 55 and 10 seconds, 55 and 11 seconds, 55 and 12 seconds. Do you work a 9 to 5 still? I actually never really worked a 9 to 5 in my life. Not because I never worked. I've worked for many years, of course, but I've always had different companies that I've had. Nowadays, I have a soccer school here in Orlando as well, in Florida. But I've had property management. I've had many different things. But no, I don't work a 9 to 5. Thank good. I mean, nothing against people that work a 9 to 5, but I kind of enjoy the chaos of like not knowing what's going on tomorrow and just having to plan shit and just I I kind of enjoy the pressure of not having someone tell me what to do and having to figure shit out on my own. I know a lot of people that have 9 to 5s and enjoy it. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. I do have an engineering degree. I just didn't work with it. But I do have an engineering degree. It's kind of weird. I'm not going to get into college. Not going to talk about college because I did graduate, but my opinion about college is very controversial and a lot of people would hate me for it. So I'm not going to put it out there. Caruso playing for OKC. Okay, sorry. Back to the game here, the United States game. Tact is worth $1 billion. I'm definitely not worth $1 billion. I am like $1 billion short of that. But no, I don't work 9 to 5. Okay, United States here with the ball in possession with the back three, but the thing is, Token doesn't go high up the field. The whole team is just accustomed to the previous games where what's his name? We just had the entire offense run through Barfston. Tack, tell us your opinion on college. My opinion on college. Okay, maybe it's not as controversial as people think, but the thing for me with college is depending on the specific major that or profession that you want to work with, you have no option but to go to college, and you should go. You want to be a doctor, you got to go to college. You want to be a lawyer, you got to go to college. Honestly, for most engineering, you got to go to college. If you want to be a computer engineer, maybe not, or if you're going to work with software, even though computer engineer would be more like hardware, and then computer science would be software. But my overall opinion about college is that most people should not go to college once they finish high school. That's the controversial opinion. I think most people don't really know what they want to do. So you just kind of go to college like myself and you want to pick a major. And I'm like, okay, so if I'm going to go to college, I got to pick a major. So I just essentially picked engineering because like, hey, that's a good degree to have, right? But essentially I went there and I studied engineering for 4 years and I graduated with a mechanical engineering degree, and I don't really use it. Now, did college teach me some skills that I probably apply on a day-to-day basis? Probably did. But overall, it's just not worth the cost, in my opinion. Unless you really, really, really know what you want to be, your profession. You're like, I really want to be a doctor. I really want to be a lawyer. Then go for it. But I mean, let's be real. Most 18-year-olds don't freaking know what they want to do. My opinion is that you just, before you go to college, just go work somewhere. Just work. And then when you're like 21, 22, and you're more mature and you probably, hopefully know what you want to do, go to college. And I mean, I get it. It's hard because you might have to stay at your parents' place. It's going to be hard to get out of high school and find a job that you can pay the bills these days. So I get it. And you probably don't want to be at your parents' place. You probably want to go to college and get that experience. But that also falls into the category of what I talked about, of how we're not very mature that age. Like I was a moron when I was 18. Most of us are, right? And then once you get older, you're like, oh my goodness, I could have done this better or that. But anyhow, that's just what I think in terms of college. But there's just pressure from the older generation that when you're 18, you have to go straight to college. If you don't do that, you're going to essentially become a homeless guy or girl, right? I just don't really agree with that. Maybe our generation, a bit younger, doesn't think that way, but the older one does. I just think it's not really worth the cost these days unless you're very into a specific profession. But here comes the U.S. Quinn Sullivan down the left. Cross goes into absolutely no one. Terrible cross from Quinn Sullivan. We're hitting minute 60 here. I'm at minute 60, and they're going to keep showing Quinn Sullivan's Rabona cross, but it's like it led to absolutely nothing, and we're tying Haiti, so have some shame. Have some shame, right? They're going to keep showing that Rabona cross as if it means something. If you're beating the opponent, humiliating them, and you hit a Rabona cross and actually finds someone in the box, finds a head, it didn't really find anyone, and we're tying Haiti 1-1, so have some shame. Have some shame. Still 1-1, and we're not really creating any meaningful opportunities. And Brendan Aronson blows by the opponent and gets a throw-in for the United States. Saying Chris Richards is the only one making line-breaking passes. Yeah, not even, right? Not even. Not even. John Tolkien back to Tyler Adams. Quinn Sullivan just kind of floating around now. He's drifting central, drifting wide, on the left, on the right. The thing is, even if we didn't concede that very silly goal in the first half where Matt Freese essentially gave Haiti the goal, we would have been beating Haiti 1-0 at home. Okay, Reem finds Token. Oh, I should have put the through ball. Should have put the through ball to Agiman. I know you guys don't trust Agiman, right? I'm talking about the players. No one trusts this guy anymore. The players are like avoiding Agiman at this point. They're just avoiding him on the field. How many likes do we have in this stream right now? We have 451. Have we really not hit 500 yet? We haven't even hit 500 likes in this stream yet? My goodness. My goodness. I avoid Agiman too. Yeah, I would avoid Agiman as well. Well, they're saying Haji Achilles might be gone. Was it a torn Achilles? They said it was an Achilles injury, and he's not in the Gold Cup anymore. I hope it's not a torn Achilles, because those injuries are brutal, and you're out for like a year. Okay, stolen. Who has the ball there? Tillman finds Aronson. Go, Aronson. Go at him. Brendan Aronson. Oh, my goodness. Just freaking go at him. The lack of quality with this team is astonishing. Tyler Adams. No options. Chris Richards. Might need to get Diego Luna on at some point too. Quinn Sullivan down the right, all the way back to Alex Freeman. Quinn Sullivan. It's interesting how Pochettino does not like to make early subs. Like, no matter how bad we play, I don't get it. Ball goes through. Quinn Sullivan. Why? Oh, that's an own goal. What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? Oh, it was a handball. It was a Malik Tillman handball. But what just happened? Okay, I need to rewatch this. Okay, long ball, Agiman. He couldn't control any ball, of course. Quinn Sullivan. Was that actually a handball? Is that actually a handball? I think it's not a handball. That's not a handball. That is actually, they called it a handball. Oh, offside. Okay, offside. Offside. So the goal was disallowed. That would have been a very funny goal. Jeff Carey say, do a poll to see if the chat wants me as a guest. They're going to say yes. They're going to say yes. Right? But I can't have you, Jeff. You're too dangerous. You're too dangerous. Unfortunately. There's no guarantee that you'll show up with clothes on, right? That's already one dangerous moment for Jeff Carey. There's no guarantee. It's very, very dangerous. Yeah, it seems like you guys really, really, really like the ref. Okay. 65 minutes and 44 seconds. 1-1. Tyler Adams with the ball. And good ball from Tyler to De La Torre. Who's that? Is that? I don't know who's that. Quinn Sullivan out the ball down the right. Quinn Sullivan finds De La Torre. Come on, De La Torre. Come on, Luca. What is that weak-ass shot? That was like a pass to the goalkeeper. Dude needs to work out his leg. What is that weak-ass shot? What the fuck? Hey, Pete. Checking if I was awake.
Agiman slipping, trying to control the ball in that sequence of the own goal.
Oh, my goodness.
He fell down. Nobody was near him. And he tried to control the ball, and he fell down trying to control it.
No, he's so bad. Dude can't even stay on his feet.
How have we not made any subs? It's the 65th minute. Agiman's still on the field, and we need a goal.
Yeah. Have you noticed that Pochettino does not like to make subs before the 60th minute?
No.
Ever.
No matter how bad you're stinking it up.
Oh, great ball from Tyler. Tillman, 2-1. What a pass from Tyler. What a ball. Is he off? Okay, they called it offside. But that would have been a beautiful goal. Agiman would have fallen. Like, he would fall. Let's see if he was off. So Tyler, oh yeah, he's way off. He's way off.
Are we really going to draw this game?
I mean, he could start by what's his name? Replacing. The thing is, you take Agiman out and you put Brian White. The fact that he's not playing Brian White is probably worse than Agiman somehow.
Yeah, I don't know if the thing with Brian White is he can't hold up the ball, but neither can
Agiman.
So what's anybody? Can we just play Tillman at straight? He's scoring all of our goals. Just put Tillman up there and bring on, I don't know, Paxton Aronson. Just bring on Paxton to play in midfield and have Tillman.
Or Luna. Just put Luna.
Yeah, bring on Luna. What do we do? What's Agiman stuff? What are the odds he's going to make 3 subs and none of them is going to be Agiman?
No, he just really wants Agiman to score 1 goal so that he can tell us to shut up.
Yeah, so he can justify.
It's going to be a goal where like someone's going to shoot, it's going to hit him and go in.
Yeah. And they're going to be like, he has 2 goals in the Gold Cup.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I think at this point, you just try Malik Tillman at the false 9 and you send in Paxton or Luna, one or another for Agiman. You just try that. I mean, based on what we saw last game, Chris Richards might be a better 9.
Yes.
Put McKenzie for Agiman and then put Chris Richards up top.
Literally anybody on this team might be a better 9 than Agiman.
Oh, Agiman almost he finally got something right. He found Brendan Aronson. Soccer guy. FC Dallas logo soccer guy. Long time no see, Philippe. I'm back. How are you? Oh, welcome back. I'd actually remember you. You were one of the first ones here. You're one of the OGs. How you doing, man? He's back. Welcome back, soccer guy. Should get your logo back. Why did you get rid of the Dallas? Oh, we're hitting minute 69. Nice. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot about it. Nice. I see it in the chat. Someone's just like, there's a bunch of like 69 nice, and there's a random comment in the chat. The ref is so hot. They freaking love the ref. Okay, McGlynn and Luna are on Brendan Aronson and Quinn Sullivan. So Agiman stays.
Agiman's still on the field.
Oh my goodness.
He does not sub him off. Even when in late in the game, remember he brought on Damian Downs and he kept Agiman on the field just to have a way to keep him on the field.
He just really wants Agiman to score, dude. I don't get it.
This is like almost funny at this point. I can't even be mad. I almost respect the level of like how funny it is.
The thing is, it's just one of those where it's like you leave him in there long enough, eventually a goal comes. Even though with him, I don't know, dude. Like with him, I don't know. It's not. Where's the goal?
I mean, it's been 3 games. He doesn't have an intentional goal yet.
No. Oh Lord. Here comes Haiti. They already screwed it up. My goodness. Why did you bring Brian White if you're not going to play him at all?
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. I have so many questions.
Some of the chats here are low-key hilarious, though. Some of the comments. Fabian Perez says Pot Prov rides Agi every night. There's not much. There's really no way to explain this. Because even if the explanation is he needs MLS play, Brian White's an MLS player. Why not just put him at this point?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Brian White is probably about the same level, but at this point, Agiman is just not working. So you try Brian White. Malkavian Anarch is saying, how about we get Tim Howard back in goal? Can't be any worse than what we have. I mean, he was already declining towards the end of his career. I can't imagine a retired Tim Howard right now would be good enough. No. Soccer guy, because you mentioned it, Filippo, I will get the logo back. Thank you. By the way, Agiman sucks. Yeah, I think there's no one that disagrees with that at this point about Agiman.
Oh, no. Some people are cooking me on Twitter for saying that he's been terrible.
Really?
Listen to this. One guy commented, this is just, I thought he was joking. I really thought he was being sarcastic because it was too impossible, but he's apparently not. I said, LMAO, this Agiman guy is a joke. Effing inexplicable. And this guy goes, what are you talking about? I love Agiman as a player. He's involved in almost every play, and he's only 24. He will get better. A guy with that size and athletic ability, match him with Pulisic. It's going to be awesome. So I just responded with 3 laughing emojis because I thought he was joking. And he goes, your knowledge of football is so limited, it's scary. This guy is a handful on the field. Save this. And after the World Cup, let's talk.
Okay, save it.
I definitely bookmarked this one for later.
Yeah, Tillman again. Not a great finish. He missed the target, but good first touch and almost got the goal. You probably just start Tillman up top at this point.
Yeah.
I love it when they say he's only 24. That's like prime age in soccer.
Yeah, especially for a striker, right? Especially for a forward. They tend to peak at younger ages. He's only 24. He just started playing professional soccer like last season, didn't he?
He's blessed to do so. He shouldn't even be doing that.
He's a very blessed man, honestly. To be paid to imagine we got paid to do something we were really bad at, like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. What's his salary? Probably 400, 500 grand a year.
Something I don't know if he's still on that first contract. I don't know. Agiman scored. I swear.
Let the glazing begin. Let the glazing begin.
Agiman's. This is a recession indicator.
Oh, that's so funny. Of course he did. Of course he did. You leave him on enough, eventually, he's going to do something eventually. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, I'll see you guys in the post game.
See you soon. I knew this was going to happen, dude. I knew that they were going to leave him long enough.
Takes. Watch the takes now. The takes are going to be hilarious.
Oh, boy.
Let me see the goal. I'm still behind.
He dribbles past the goal. I thought he was going to miss it, but the goal itself was fine. The goal was fine. It wasn't a lucky goal. This goal might actually do irreparable damage to the U.S. men's national team.
Yeah. No, irreparable. Because now he's going to start the rest of the group, the knockout games.
Mm-hmm. They're checking if he's not off, so I don't know if it's going to count. I think it will. It counted.
All right, I'll see you in the post game.
See you soon. A goal that does irreparable damage to the U.S. men's national team right there. A win is a win, but Agiman scoring is going to lead to many people start continuing to push this propaganda.
Oh, of course. Of course. Stu Holden's going to be like, he can challenge Balogun to be the number one.
It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit.
All right,
but anyhow, back to the game. See you soon, Pete. All right, so Steven Spot is saying, I think he's trying to be this bad. I don't think he's trying to be this bad. Steven Spot is saying, wait, I've been watching the wrong game the entire life, the entire time. And Martel Tavad is saying, was Pochettino forced to bring in play MLS players? No, he wasn't forced. It was his choice. He definitely wasn't forced to do so. Man, you guys really, really like the ref. Really, really like the ref. Actually, I'm going to leave one comment on screen. Where is it? Someone put, oh, there it is. I'm going to leave this comment on screen. I think it's an important comment. Oh, wow. The shit guy finally scored. That's what happened right now. But back to the game. United States with a 2-1 lead. And let me check what's going on with Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia tied. So they are now advancing. Saudi Arabia, as it stands, is advancing to the next round. They'll probably play Mexico, and we will probably play Costa Rica, as it stands. Haiti now in possession. 78 minutes. United States 2. Haiti 1. Long ball goes through. Matt Freese. Ooh, collides with the Haiti player, but that's not a free kick. That's not a penalty. That's just going to be a United States ball. David is saying it's just too funny. Best first touch he had all tournament long. I mean, look, you leave him long enough against all these trash opponents, at some point this will happen. We've seen this in the past. But for example, Jesus Ferreira, when you leave him long enough with these terrible opponents, he would get a hat trick or something. Tivo's saying, Patrick Agiman down did a thing. What the F? Eventually he would. Agimandinho said DKF 57. And Jose Gomez is saying the Haiti players felt bad and let him score. They definitely didn't let him score. The goal itself, let's just be honest about it. It was a good run, good first touch, not good first touch, good touch to get away from the goalkeeper, and he finished it. They definitely didn't let him score. And it was not a garbage goal. It's a garbage performance, but the goal was definitely not garbage. That was a nice goal. Magnificent saying Agiman showed nice poise in front of the goal. Sargent would have probably missed. I have nothing to say to defend Sargent, and that was a good moment from Agiman. But are we going to pretend that Agiman wasted a 1v1 at the goalkeeper in the first half? Are we going to pretend that never happened? There's also a lot of things that Sargent is better than Agiman. Would have Sargent wasted this chance? Honestly, for the U.S. men's national team, I can't really disagree with you on that. But Sargent is a better player. Ah, okay. Fallen Phoenix ready for the Agiman over Balogun takes. 5 goals in 9 appearances. Yeah. It kind of sucks that Balogun couldn't make it. He would have stat padded the entire Gold Cup. Balogun probably would have had like 4 goals in the group stage by now. Raja saying Agiman's the next Jesus Ferreira. He got good heart, but he's just not World Cup material. I'm sorry. Yeah, it could be, but I'm telling you, Jesus Ferreira was and is a better player. Sure, Jesus is not really a true center forward. That's not his position. But Jesus Ferreira was and is a better player. And he's played better for the national team than Agiman. Do a poll. What poll? Do a poll for what? Poll for what? Why do people want to poll? I don't know what poll you guys want. So Johnny and Brian White are on now. Johnny and Brian White for the final 10 minutes. Watch Brian White score also. Like, okay, then it's over. Brian White gets 10 minutes here. Okay, back to the game. Tim Ream. We got roughly 8 minutes left. We're at minute 82. And the United States is locking in first place of group. What group are we? We're group D? I think we're in group D. Mexico's in group A, right? Oh, a poll for Jesus Ferreira or Agiman? Okay, I'll do a poll. Let's make a poll. But for me to make the poll, make sure you guys drop a like in the stream. Let's get it to let's get it to 600 likes. 600 likes. Who's better? I'm gonna put a poll. Agiman or Jesus Ferreira? I'm actually curious to what you guys are gonna vote. Okay, I started the poll. Go vote. Go vote. Your vote matters. Agimang or Balumang? Who are you taking? I'm taking Balogun. No, but anyhow, the poll is there. Let's see the votes. So right now we have how many votes? We have 179 votes. Everyone, like 82% is voting Jesus Ferreira. 82%. Everyone's voting for El Pirata. That's fair. I would vote for Jesus as well. Tim Ream goes along trying to find Brian White. Not a great ball. That's going to go straight to the goalkeeper from Haiti. They're saying, is someone going to replace Haji? Michael, we can't replace anyone. We can't replace anyone anymore. So Haji is out. He's cut, and we're just going to go man down. And The Rock is saying, Agiman scored again. I know you're mad as hell. I'm not mad. I want the U.S. to win. The U.S. winning is what I want as a fan. And honestly, as a creator, the United States winning is always better for me. What I'm mad is with the reactions of a small portion of the fan base, which is just completely delusional and ignorant towards actual player evaluation. You can't evaluate. Sure, ultimately, a forward, you need to score goals. But one, the team he's facing, and two, the garbage performance that he put out, all of that matters on the grand scheme of things when evaluating an actual player. I'm not mad he scored. I was mad he didn't score in the first half, for example. He wasted a goal that we kind of needed in the first half. But yeah, he scored and he's getting us the win, which I hope we win every game for the Gold Cup. And ball goes through to Brian White. Brian White wasted it. White is slow. Yeah, I mean, we knew that. There's a reason there's a reason why Agiman is getting more minutes than Brian White. All right, let's go back here to the game. Daryl DK redemption arc. Sorry, I yawned, so you're all gonna yawn as well. I don't know, man. Daryl DK tore both of his Achilles, right? It's pretty tough to bounce back from that. Daryl DK had 2 brutal injuries, so it's hard to know how he is now. I don't. Oh, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, such a nasty player, such a good player. Unfortunately, he's a rude Canadian, but what a freaking baller. But 2-1 United States, 86 minutes. Cross goes into Tillman. That's going to be a corner for the United States. Corner for the United States. Who's Daryl DK? Daryl DK, you don't remember him? Orlando City forward was West Brom. He played for the U.S. men's national team a few years back, but he had torn Achilles. He's okay. Not a great center forward. Better than Agiman, for whatever that's worth. Ooh, Chris Richards. Randall Calrissian. All you two do, there's no two here. There's just me. All you do is trash USMNT players. Nobody's good enough. Nobody gets a chance to develop. You disrespect the U.S. men's national team. It's hard to watch you guys. That is actually not accurate. And if you watch our coverage on a weekly basis of Americans abroad or even the U.S. men's national team, it's positive when it has to be positive. When it's shit, it's shit. And if you think these performances in the Gold Cup are good, and these are all good players, I mean, some of them are obviously good players, like, for example, Tyler Adams coming off the pitch right now. But if you think a lot of these criticisms or critics, or I guess criticism would be the word too, if you think it's unfair, then you're part of the problem, because that means you accept shit performances and shit players with the national team. I'm sorry. You can tell me, like, I don't think every player is bad. Paxton Aronson's getting a shot. I'm happy he's getting a shot. I'm happy Johnny's getting a shot. Tyler's a great player. Chris Richards a great player. Tim Ream's a great player. I was defending Matt Freese until he did that garbage pass. So, of course, you can say all you want, Rando, whatever your name is. Your name's probably not Rando. I think Randall Calrissian is probably some joke about, like, Lando Calrissian from Star Wars. But the truth is, it's like, when I have to be positive, I'm positive. It's simple as that. Now, if you are watching this and you think this is good, I'm sorry, your standards are very low. My standards are much higher for this national team. I'm not happy with this. I am legitimately not happy with this. And I will continue to shit on the team if they're shit. You can't be watching this and being satisfied with this. And like, oh, but we won. It doesn't matter. Like, that's the bare minimum. It is literally, I mean, I'm happy that we're winning, and I hope we win the Gold Cup. I swear. I hope we win the Gold Cup. I really want to beat Mexico again, which we haven't done in quite some time. Beat Panama. But at this point, it's hard to be positive. That also, just so you know, for example, I'm not going to do the 7 things we learned for tomorrow, because there's not many positive things that we've learned in this game. And I'm actually exhausted of being negative, even when we get a garbage win like this one. So the 7 things we learned, we're skipping it tomorrow, because I'm tired of just, like, watching a game, taking notes, and I'm like, what do I compliment from this shit show? What do I compliment here? And I'm really trying to squeeze a compliment here. I'm really trying to do it. I just can't find it. So that's why we're skipping the 7 things we learned tomorrow, just because of that. It's just, there's not much outside of negative things that we can learn from. And the compliments are just kind of like almost out of pity, because, I mean, I complimented so much Chris Richards' last performance, but at the same time, Chris Richards is a good, right, Premier League defender. So I would expect him to ball out against some Saudi Arabia's U23s. And he did, rightfully so. But again, it's like, it's the same nonsense as always. People will come here and just say, hey, you're too negative. And it's like, dude, like, what are we supposed to be with this team? If you want something to be very positive and delusional, go watch Fox. Go watch Fox. You'll lose a few brain cells watching Fox Sports, but you'll get a lot of nonsense and positivity with shit that shouldn't be positive about, like Agiman's a top 5 player in the team or something. But thank you for the $5. Thank you. It's great that you're supporting the channel. And hopefully the US men's national team stops playing like shit, like getting grouped in the Copa America. And look, the way we're playing, I am very concerned about our quarterfinals matchup. I am very concerned about us playing Costa Rica or Mexico. I think against Mexico, we are the underdogs with this team. And against Costa Rica, we're not the clear favorites. We're not the clear favorite. It's probably 50-50. Miguel is saying, who do you want to beat more, Mexico or Panama? Mexico. I mean, I would love to beat Panama just because they beat us 3 times in a row in competitive games, right? Copa America, Gold Cup, and then Nations League. Actually, Gold Cup, Copa America, and Nations League. But it's got to be Mexico. My dream scenario for this Gold Cup is that we beat Panama in the semifinals, and then we beat Mexico in the final. That's my dream scenario. Beat Panama in the semis, beat Mexico in the final. That's what I would want to happen. Will that happen? I don't know. Okay. Almost a goal from Paxton. I don't know if that'll happen. We still have to beat. We have a tough bracket, man, because we're going to probably play Costa Rica in the quarterfinals. That'll be tough, Costa Rica. And then if we advance, we're very likely to play Panama. That's also tough. And then Mexico or Canada in the final. So we're not getting any pushover opponent from here forward. We're not getting garbage teams from here forward. Costa Rica is not a pushover. So it'll be interesting to see. And I think, when do we play? I need to see here. We play Costa Rica 7 days from now. So we play Costa Rica, actually we play next Saturday. It looks like we play next Saturday. Or Mexico, right? Depends on the game. 92 minutes and 30 seconds. Michael, I think the next game is on Saturday. I think we play next Saturday against Mexico or Costa Rica. I don't know yet. It's one another. We'll know tonight. Adam Wilton saying Shaq Moore or Barfston. I actually think Barfston is better going forward. In terms of attacking, he's better. But Shaq Moore is better on defense for whatever that's worth. Steven Spada, do you think we'll get a team, the A team called up for September? I think so. I think we're going to get our best roster for the September friendlies. We have to. We need to start preparing for the World Cup. We're less than 1 year away from the 2026 World Cup. All the friendlies that are left, the players have to get together and get ready for the World Cup. So I would hope we bring the A squad. This is what I'll say. If we are not going to bring the A squad for the friendlies going forward, you might as well not have the friendlies. You either bring your best players, because the friendlies are to prepare you for the World Cup, or just don't have the friendlies. What's the point? What is the point? Just don't have the friendlies. David D, who will replace Haji? No one can, but you're saying who will replace him over the long run? Suggestions? I mean, he's a backup winger. So I don't know. Zendejas, Aronson, he's a backup winger. He's not even a starter for our national team. Does Malik Tillman make it the A squad? Yes, absolutely. Malik Tillman is definitely in the A squad roster, 100%. Probably a starter at this point, because who the hell knows what's going on at Gio Reyna. And Tree Edwards, thank you for the super chat, but you didn't write anything. You didn't write anything. And Grant W saying, you guys make the games much more enjoyable to watch. Thank you for what you do in the community. Thank you. Actually, just one thing before we even go here, because the game's about to end and the U.S. is getting the win. I want to thank you guys for staying here the entire stream too. Because if honestly, if I was sitting on the couch watching this game, I probably would have switched to the NBA Finals and say, fuck it, I'm not watching this right now. Because it's actually very depressing. But watching here with the chat, with Pete, to be able to hang out with you guys, it makes it far more enjoyable. And that's the reason I keep doing it here as well. Because again, as we said, it's definitely not for the money. If it was for the money, guys, I would have quit a long time ago. But no, I'm hoping the quarterfinals will be a lot better because then we're going to face a better opponent. It'll be a tougher challenge. And obviously the same goes for the semifinals. But anyhow, the game is over. The U.S. men's national team defeats Haiti, and we will finish in first place in Group D. And Saudi Arabia got the win. So U.S. first, Saudi Arabia will finish in second. Everyone, make sure to drop a like. I don't know how many likes we have. Greg said 600. Get more likes. Get him up. I'll see you guys at 11 Yanks for the post game. And tomorrow, we do a live watch along here. So I'll see you guys here tomorrow for Palmeiras, my beloved Palmeiras, against Messi FC Inter Miami, a team I very much hate. Thank you very much for watching, you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along here. Drop a like before you go, subscribe, and I'll see you right now at 11 Yanks for the post game. Ciao.